Good afternoon, Patriots. I know I put out a video a while ago. It'll probably be took down off of Facebook because that's what they did. They like to attack us, right? The people, I had to do a follow-up because there were some things on that video I did not cover because I didn't want to make a long video and then people just watch some of it and delete it. Thank you for the comments on that video that I did. I hope it, like I said, people, we are a nation that all bleed red, just like this shirt right here. And once we understand that and quit listening to these freaking politicians up there that are trying to divide our nation and destroy the heritage of this nation, well, when we never get to that point, I wouldn't have to make videos, right? You see this flag right here, people? You see that flag right there, people? These people in this country, and everybody out there knows it, and I'll use Franklin Moorhead as an example. These people in this country that will attack you because you're a veteran, that, you know, attack our American flag because they said it stands for oppression, right? Well, everybody out there knows it don't. But here, this is what I wanted to cover on the other video that I didn't cover. You remember when, you remember a couple months ago when, or a few months ago when ISIS was really kicked up, when they were killing the Christians, cutting Christians' heads off and all this stuff, right? Obama got up there and he made a speech. What did he say? Don't blame all Muslims on these radicals that are using the Quran for their personal agenda, right? Don't blame all the Muslims. Don't hate the Muslims. It ain't all Muslims. Just like Hillary Clinton. We got to have loving understanding. It ain't all Muslims, right? Now, I know the Muslims didn't do this thing down there in Charleston. I'm just using this as an example. But what'd he do? Don't blame the whole for these radical few, right? Well, but in return, what did they just do? What did Hillary just do? What is Obama doing? Preaching this hatred because of what happened down there in Charleston, right? Well, it ain't all. It's like I said on the video the other night. I said there's one for every 20,000, but actually it's probably more than that. There's only like one for every 100,000 that has this hatred in their body. But like I said, every race has hatred. But yet this administration and these politicians that get up there and tell you to have understanding when it's other people doing it. But yet when it's a Caucasian boy that goes out there and does it, they want to attack everybody. They want to start taking this, taking that, taking this, taking that, taking this. But yet when somebody else does it, they don't, it's not a big deal. They want you to have loving understanding. But it's like Franklin put out and I put out a while ago. What is going on right now when everybody's mind's on this crap, right? And I'll call it crap because what this government is doing is crap, and what these states are doing is crap. This trade greedy thing's fixing to get passed. I just did some research on it. They're pushing it through while everybody's mind's on this other stuff, right? Right? This stuff with Jade Ham, still going to happen. It's like Robert McLeod Jr. put out, or John Anderson put out yesterday. Now they're going to do it in Ocala, Florida, right? Ain't nobody talking about it like they was, are they? It's always something that diverts your attention to something else. But this time it is worse because they're taking history away from this country. And it's like I said on my last video. You can try to erase history with lies, false propaganda. But you're not going to change history. And like I said, what happened in the Civil War happened in the Civil War. But this country as a nation should have learned something from that Civil War. That slavery was wrong. And if you do your research on the Civil War, the South was going to give up their slaves anyway because of the laws, or because they were going to follow the agenda that Russia did when Russia freed their slaves. So all you people out there to say, oh, America, they already had slaves, they had slaves, they had slaves. Well, everybody in the world at that time had slaves. The North had slaves. Lincoln had slaves. But for you to sit there and blame something that had nothing to do with the slavery issue, which was a flag, well, you know what? What's your next thing you're going to attack? You're going after the flag, you're going after the monuments, you're going after... Now, what's next? What's next, Mr. Obama? Well, you know what? If you're going to take the rebel flag down because of your false lies, well, I think all these Islamic flags need to be took down too, because all the hatred that you said ain't all of them. Right? You said it. You said it ain't all Islam that's doing this. But you know what? Some of them's doing it. So all of their flags need to be took down too, just like you want to take crosses out of people's yards, because it spews hatred, right? So where's it going to stop, Mr. Obama? You can find hatred in anything. You can point your finger and say it's hatred, it's hatred, it's hatred. But for you to single out one thing because it fits your agenda, which didn't have nothing to do with it, is totally wrong. So what's next, Mr. Obama? So you people in this country that live in these down south down there where they're actually attacking this flag, y'all need to be rallying, because it ain't about the flag. It's not anymore. It's not about the flag. He's made it a bigger thing. It's about our country and our freedoms. Because he's picking and choosing what he wants to take and leave, take and leave, and take and leave. But yet he's the first to get up there and preach when it's another group doing it. You should have understanding. It ain't all. It's the some or the few. But yet when this kid goes out there and does something, it's all of us, right? What's right is right, and that is wrong. And this is my last message on it. You know what? I preached it, but this is my last message. It's just what I wanted to put out because I couldn't put it on the other video. You can pick and choose what you want to make out of it, Mr. Obama, Miss Hillary Clinton. But you know what? You pick and choose what you want to get rid of, but yet when it's the other groups doing it, I don't hear you complaining about it. That's my other message for today, Patriot, and that's the last thing I'm going to say on this this crap that's going on. God bless all of you. Keep the word out there for Robert McLeod Jr. Because, again, they're already trying to take the monuments. What's next? Where's it going to stop over these freaking blatant lies? God bless all of you. And that's my last rant on this flag issue thing.